Hello and welcome to episode 107 of VocTerGaming. I am your host, the vocal terrorist Jesse Rain, and we are here with the first of this week's pro games. It is a Protoss vs Protoss that I have not set up correctly, but we will try anyway. First up, we have our red Protoss. He is Millenium. And we have our blue Protoss. He is TypeReal. So, this is the level of my unprofessionalism. Yesterday I worked until 10 PM. Today I woke up in the morning, went straight to work, and I have just got home. I have literally got home and loaded this up. I have no idea who TypeReal is. I've heard Millenium, but I'm not entirely sure who he is. So right now, we're having a Protoss vs Protoss from IEM Brazil between two players whose history I do not know. I need to get this done because I'm up again at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning or something stupid like that. So, we are having a best of 3 Protoss vs Protoss for the rest of this week. Excuse me while I cough now. Just to completely add to the unprofessional and rushed nature of this cast. Right now, both players pretty much mirrored. As you expect, Gateway and 1 gas, perfectly normal. You expect to see Cybercore following this, although sometimes you see 2 gate Zealot pressure, but that tends to be proxied. Because of course, it is pretty much completely useless, and you don't really see that in Protoss vs Protoss. That's normally a Protoss vs Zerg thing. Both players scouting about. This is on Antigua Shipyard, but not the one, evidently, with forced cross positions that the GSL uses, because they are checking bases here. And there we see Cybernetics Core for both players going down. Right now still mirrored. Right now still only 1 gas for both players, so there could be 4 gating. We will soon find out. The question is, will they get that second gas? That is what you're looking for, by the way. If you're a Protoss player, okay. So Millenium gets it. Millenium is not going 4 gate. He's going tech. That is why he has the second gas. But he's going to come in and scout right now. And he sees no second gas. So right now he still has to be worried. In fact, did he even check far enough to see that? I cannot tell. Anyway, he did not see a second gas because there is not one there. So right now he has to prepare for a 4 gate. Now the question is, what do you do? Do you stop mining here from one of your gases and then throw up a quick defensive 4 gate, or do you continue? Do you try and hold it and then out-tech your opponent? Still no second gas from TypeReal. Right now he doesn't need to have got it. It could be that he's just waiting for Millenium's probe to leave and then he'll throw a second gas down. But right now Millenium will have the advantage in tech. Obviously not right this second, but very soon. However, not a lot of energy on the Nexus. Is chrono boosting out Warp Gate, but that doesn't mean anything. A lot of 4 gates do chrono boost out that Warp Gate, but no extra gates added yet. And here we see the tech coming from Millenium. That is the Twilight Council going down in a second gateway. So we could be seeing Blink Stalker timings being used here. Blink Stalker very, very powerful in Protoss vs Protoss. And by the way, the new patch just went live today. So for any of you playing tonight, I will be online. We will be seeing how those patch changes affect how well I play. Now this is interesting from TypeReal. He looked like he was maybe going 4 gate, but he's going fast expansion and hiding it as well in that main and getting a second gas. So we know we're not seeing 4 gate, going straight into Robo in fact. Wow. So should be getting Immortals out very quickly. That should help against Blink Stalkers. But of course it's still not great. Immortals are good against Stalkers, but with Blink they can blink on top of them and surround them. Blink is now on the way. Warp Gate is done for both players. Here we see 2 gateways, a 3rd going now for Millenium now. They stop any more scouts coming in. So right now I believe TypeReal does not know about that Twilight Council. That's correct. In fact, he doesn't know anything. All he knows is the 2 gas, so he's not being 4 gated. But he does have this expansion about to finish. It remains to be seen whether he'll transfer probes there or just make from here, because he does not want to get caught, obviously. That Robo finishes, but Millenium is adding his own Robo as well. That's being hidden at the back, so that will not be spotted. So we see an observer coming out, so that's for a good scout. That's really nice. Always good, by the way, to see Protoss going observer first. I just like it. Unless you're holding off a 4-gate with Immortals, you can afford to get that observer out, and it is worth doing. Right now, though, TypeReal is still only on 2 gates, and he is going to have those Blink Stalkers heading towards him very shortly. TypeReal, meanwhile, transfers probes. They do not get spotted, so Millenium right now has the advantage. There are not many units here. We have 2 sentries, which is not enough to force field this wide ramp. He would have to back up here as soon as he sees that coming, and this is still quite a wide ramp, so it still takes either 1 excellently placed force field or 2 generally to block it off. It blocks it off from Stalkers, but of course, if you just use the 1, even Zealots can still get around the side, and the Stalkers can blink up. So we have the first Immortal out, we have a second one being chrono boosted, but still only 2 gates. TypeReal with the supply advantage, but that's entirely probes. He's getting a Twilight Cancel up very, very late, so that's going to finish far too late for Blink to be handy from this first attack. Now Millenium is pushing out onto the map, going he's already halfway across the map now, in fact. So he's going to get there. This Twilight Council will finish, but it will not do anything. He will start upgrading Blink immediately, I would think, but it's not going to help. Well, it will help if he can survive the initial attack. That's what he needs to do. He needs to survive this attack from Millenium, but that is going to be really, really hard. Luckily, he hid that base, otherwise he would have to sack it. 1 force field goes down. And interestingly, Millenium choosing to blink away, does not want to engage there. Is very, very hard to engage on that ramp. And is in fact... Millenium is going home. Interesting. So, Blink is on the way for TypeReal. And TypeReal held that. He did have 3 Immortals, and that's the big help out of this. But these Blink Stalkers are heading right the way back. Oh, interesting. Perhaps going to use the Observer. No, just going to pick up this pylon here. Nicely done. Could have used the Observer to blink up, but did not. So there we go. It looks like TypeReal right now with a big advantage. Adding 2 more gateways, it's going to allow him to get his units up. Take a quick look at the units tab. We see 3 Immortals to 1, 8 Stalkers to 15, and 2 Sentries to just 1 now. 42 probes though to 29. That is the huge difference. TypeReal's economy is insane. It is off the hook, and when Blink finishes, he is going to have such a huge advantage. Chrono boosting warp gates out now. Not out, obviously. Chrono boosting units from the warp gates to get more units out to help defend any other pushes coming. Now, Millenium's got to be wondering exactly what TypeReal's at. He should be thinking about hidden bases, but he isn't. He was I think he's slightly off kilter because that attack didn't work out. But he has to have seen inside the base with that observer. He has to know that something is amiss because TypeReal simply did not have enough stuff. It would have made sense if he'd seen more Stalkers or if the Twilight Council wasn't being chrono boosted, but he saw the Twilight Council getting chrono boosted, so he must know that Blink hadn't finished. Now this is a nice timing for Millenium. He's going to blink up into the main. TypeReal with nothing at home to defend, and now TypeReal forced to come back, but he's going to lose so many probes, losing pylons all over, in fact not attacking the probes. And now those Stalkers can just blink away. Interestingly, he didn't attack the probes, and he's going to kill all 3 of these Immortals. Oh, but TypeReal blinks down on top of Millenium, and in fact Millenium needs to run away. Millenium now, that was a nicely timed attack, but he did not get away scot-free, and that is a problem because he just does not have enough right now. TypeReal with a huge economic advantage, 6 pylons going down now. That will help him immensely. Once those pylons go down, look at his economy. He has 800 minerals, has over 1,000 gas. He can just make whatever the hell he wants right now. And Millenium is kind of stuck. TypeReal can continue this advantage. Nice picking off there by Millenium. He does have 3 Immortals out now. A ton of Zealots do help, but of course against Blink is not useful until charge is done. Is charge done? No, charge has not happened. So Millenium really needs to get on charge as soon as he can afford it. Right now, just making units trying to defend. because this is going to be a large push, but he really does need to get charge on the way. It's going to make those Zealots a lot more effective against the Blink Stalkers. As it is, neither player really wants to engage at this moment. TypeReal, what TypeReal in fact should be doing, since he had such a huge mineral lead, was just drop another base and get really, really ahead. Right now, of course, Millenium is on 2 base. I did forget to mention that in all the excitement, but you can see on the minimap as well as I can. So Millenium is on 2 base now, but of course that huge probe advantage, let's check, still 45 to 39, so that's nice. And of course, TypeReal has had that base up for ages, but he does need to throw down a 3rd Nexus at some point, because he's going to want to keep that economic advantage. Right now, half the Stalkers blinking in the main. All of Millenium Stalkers blink up there. TypeReal, oh, what are you doing? Okay. TypeReal now blinking all of his Stalkers into the main. Looks like he's just going to go for it. 1 Immortal and a few Stalkers at the back, trying to trap these off. As it is, a lot of kills going down. This is GG for 1 player, and I think it's going to be Millenium as his supply count falls. TypeReal just has too many Stalkers. Went in for the kill. Pro's being pulled. That is the sign of a dead Protoss player right there. That is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. TypeReal is going to go 1-0 up in the IEM Brazil best of 3. GG comes from Millenium, and that is today's game over and done with. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Now, I'm going to go play some Starcraft. Don't forget you can join me. Just add me. I'm VocTerGaming. Character code is 553. So, come join me. We'll play some 2v2s. I'm dead good, I promise.